Tapos isang technique pang parang na-learn ko sa ibang tao, kahit employed ka na, still do job interviews para lang mag-practice.
Yeah.
Like at least every 6 months, ganun. Para lang matagal yung pagka-rusty sa interview processing skills.
Yan. Welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. For today's episode, we'll talk about job hunting in a competitive market. So ngayon kasi 'di ba, ano siya I think relatively etong last few quarters parang mas mahirap maghanap ng work, 'di ba? Compare sa yung during pandemic na sobrang in demand talaga ng IT roles. So, ngayon ba how do you think ano ba yung mga ginagawa nyo in preparation sa when you're planning to job hunt na for your next job?
Yeah, I can start with that. So, ayun, the best way to job hunt tapos you fill out your resume is specialize it doon sa role na hinahanap mo for each company. So for example, if a company has this tech stack, you make it so that your resume highlights na meron kang experience, meron kang expertise in that tech stack. Parang ilagay mo sa priority, na pinakataas. Or if, for example, under tech stack naman, PHP naman this time, i-highlight mo yung mga PHP experience mo and things like that. Mga ganon.
Ako naman more on you're starting to update your LinkedIn. I mean, wala ka pa, hindi ka maghahanap, pero yung current job mo, medyo nilalagay mo na ng, kunyari, di ba, full stack developer. Medyo nilalagay mo na ng details, unti-unti.
Yeah.
Parang nagre-reminisce ka na.
Yeah.
Ano ba yung mga ginawa mo for a certain project? Kunyari, created ganito, ganyan, or reach this KPI. Diba? Malalaman mo din naman pag, if napupuno mo na yun. So, medyo ayun, dun na nagsa-start.
Siguro sa akin, in preparation, siguro I always list prospect companies muna. Then, parang check yung tech stack nila. Then, siguro, like, tailor specific sa akin. Pero siguro, other people can also, parang, meron akong, prospect list. Then, if alam ko yung, nila, tech stack nila, I will usually create a one project using those tech stack. Kasi mostly of the time, parang, may magic sauce ako kapag, like, interview. Like, parang, I usually share one project. Like, ito is, I always say this to people, like, pero dati, like, data engineer ako. Parang, I've been applying for data engineer. And I think one thing that usually surprised, like, kasi, like, parang, I created this one project. It's all about, like, collecting my data health, then predicting my death. Then when they realize that, like, when they hear about that, like, oh, shit. This is actually, like, this person's actually, like, serious about, like, having, parang, doing data projects, no? So I think having also the parang mental preparedness or like technical preparedness then will also help you get the job that what you want and upskilling as well. So I think that's one thing you want to also prepare before job searching. How about you?
Yeah. I think very similar to Arnel na figure out muna ano yung gusto mong role. Well, baka kung di ka maka-decide talaga, then parang no harm naman in not overthinking things and just apply to different role. But ako parang try to think about it. Like, do you want to enter into more the cloud engineering role ba, software engineer, then more front end ba or back end? And I think just to try to prepare yourself para pag prepare mo rin yung yung mga portfolio mo. Syempre gagawa ka rin ng mga sample projects mo, 'di ba? To showcase your your skills. Medyo gawin mo ng relevant dun sa role na ina-applyan mo. Para if you put it in your resume, then when you send yung portfolio mo, at least relevant na yung makikita nila na, okay, you're applying, for example, for a software engineer na, let's say, PHP, Laravel. At least meron kang mga sample projects na, na gawa na sa PHP and Laravel. Yeah. So I think yun yung, especially if you're a fresh grad, na trying to parang get started with job hunting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
So yun. Now that we're in the topic na portfolio and things like that, resumes. How about LinkedIn? What do you think yung mga impact na pag properly target ng LinkedIn profile mo to certain employers? Ano mga techniques para dyan?
Ako siguro no to start kasi hindi naman ako nag-ano no, pero yung team ko kasi parang meron kaming regular checkups in creating actually their personal brand. So parang napaka-important na you create your professional personal brand na parang ito yung kunwari, let's say pag si Arnel for example, pag sinerge kita sa LinkedIn, ito yung set of skills na pag binanggit mo Arnel, ito yung ma-relate ko sa'yo. So it's very important na you use LinkedIn as a tool na to help you market yourself na I am this type of person. And then, how would you do that? You create posts, diba? Na you share your ideas. Kunyari, may mga ginawang projects. Kunyari, kahit sa current work, kahit NDA, may nakatago lang na skills naman yung kailangan eh. So parang i-share mo lang yung learnings mo. Para at least, parang pag sinerge na nila yung pangalan mo, legit yun. Diba? Kahit hindi ka interview, nakita naman nila na yun yung sinasabi mo eh.
I think sa akin, yung isang napansin ko sa LinkedIn is gumagana yung di ba meron skills tag na pag nilagay mo. Kasi for example, ako ngayon, CTO na yung role ko sa company, di ba? But I still get messages offering like iOS developer role. Kasi nga I was a former iOS developer. Still get ko sa skill. So I think it helps na to properly set up yung LinkedIn profile mo nga. May naman siya eh. May guide naman yun eh, di ba? You have to add some bio, summary, work experience. Then, wag mo kalimutan yung ilagay yung sa skills. Then, try to be pwede mo rin lagyan ng mas specific talaga. Like, lagay mo React.js. Kung yun yung mo. Instead of like, putting like front-end development lang. Kasi I think it helps filter then. So, yung mga recruiter, if they're looking for React.js developer, possibly, lumabas agad yung profile mo sa kanila. Yeah. I think isa napansin ko.
Siguro yung sa akin naman, pababa sa LinkedIn, diba? May skills, work experience skills. Siguro yung pinakababa yung certifications. I think yun yung mga siguro, lalo na pag if you're aiming for like cybersecurity or cloud career, yun yung like kapag may dinagay kang certification doon, like minsan kapag like solution, siguro I have one friend of mine na from product designer siya, then parang transition siya to becoming a solutions architect. And I think one thing talaga na nag-help then to be more parang visible is putting parang celebrating wins then. And minsan yung mga employers then like if they see that minsan like meron palang ganito. So minsan nagre-reach out sila. So having certifications also parang being put on your LinkedIn helps you to stand out then. Like parang sabihin mo kahit hindi ka na mag-job hunt sila na mag-hunt sa'yo. Kasi like, minsan may mga limited lang yung mga people na parang may certain na parang certifications. Lalo na here in Philippines. I think that's also what we need right now eh. Parang be, open with those kind of things. Like doing certifications. Hindi lang siya like money grab. It gives you Pero syempre, you also needs to parang partner that with your skills then. Hindi lang puro certifications.
Yeah.
So, I think that's on my perspective naman.
And to add, sa pinakababa nun, syempre, meron pa yung, I think yung mga recommendations din.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it
ganda.
helps a lot. Ayun, parang don't be shy to ask for recommendations. Like, kahit sa former boss mo pa siya i-ask, yun, parang normally naman they'll be happy to give you a recommendation if you really did well naman or you really stand out sa sa isang company. And yeah, it helps boost yung credibility mo rin aside dun sa mga certifications. Yeah.
When would be the best time to ask for a recommendation?
Pag magre-resign ka na ba or
I think for me if magre-resign ka na. Magkasabi ka sa boss mo na resign, by the way, can you give me I think it's always nice to end yung current work mo nicely with your supervisor or line manager. And I think normally naman if it's really a good opportunity, your manager would understand it. Parang di naman yan magiging parang bitter na di na kita kakausapin. Normally they'll be happy for you naman eh. Yeah. Well, that's what I think.
Pero it's a good habit to just, alam mo yun, magbigay ka lang ng magbigay ng recommendations.
Recommend.
Kahit, I mean, hindi yung kailan ka lang magre-resign. Parang if
oh
they
yeah,
did
that's
something
also a
good.
good one. Yeah, yeah.
Diba? Parang you felt good. Okay. Parang kudos.
Mm.
Yung pag kinament ka ng boss mo na, ay, by the way, can you put that in me?
Oo.
Yeah, yeah. How about sa mga certification? You mentioned certification,
yes.
di ba? Yan yung top, madalas nilalagay sa LinkedIn eh.
Mm.
Ano tingin niyo yung mga certification na high demand right now?
Siguro for me, in perspective pa lang, siguro, since ako, actually, hindi pa ako certified. May like, konti lang yung certifications ko ngayon. Pero siguro what I currently see is mga cloud related certifications. I think kasi right now we are moving more on cloud computing and AI. And if nagkaroon ng AI certifications, I think it will boom agad. Pero siguro having like certain cloud certification skills gives you even like hindi ka magka-cloud engineer solutions architect. Kasi minsan like mag-apply ka front end, 'di ba? And nung pag mag-apply ka, having like the idea of like parang okay, meron din akong knowledge, meron akong certification sa AWS, I can handle like parang I can give more than what parang job description So parang I think that helps no. So I think parang one thing, parang generic no, even like hindi ka cloud, having some cloud certifications or license will help you boost your parang chances to company. How about like you?
To add to that, no. Aside sa pwede mo siya ma-flex on LinkedIn, no, mga certifications, parang maganda din siyang way to like force yourself to learn the cloud. Kasi syempre, 5 digits yung certification. Dapat first try pa lang, nakapasa ka na, di ba? So, yun, parang pressure ka talaga to learn and dive deep. That's one of the values ng certifications. So,
Ako naman usually what I value most usually is yung mga at least pinaka basics. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi naman kailangan kasi iba parang kailangan yung pinaka-complex agad. Pero usually kahit minsan i-take mo lang yung basics of kunwari cloud, ganyan. At
Cloud
least
practitioner eh.
oo, alam mo yun, at least as a start na at least alam ko na alam mo. Yun ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, I think that's sa karamihan, no? Kahit hindi IT kahit sa mga anything that touches IT, yung mga business sales, kahit yung basics nun is very important.
I think, sa akin magkakaiba rin siya eh. Depende rin sa role mo eh. Pero meron pala mga official certifications talaga depende sa role mo. So for example nga, if you're software engineer, I think cloud yung mga considered kong official eh. Meron sa, AWS, Azure, pero I see na, I think in the market kasi mas marami pa rin yung AWS users. So when it comes to demand, parang hitting, two words in one stone yung mga AWS certification right now eh. Kasi bukod sa natuto ka na, you also get this certification na potentially malaki yung chance na yung apply mong work AWS din yung gamit. Kasi nga high demand talaga, almost everyone is in AWS, especially dito sa Philippines. Sa ibang roles naman, yung mga nakita ko meron ding, for example, you're a project manager. Then, I think meron sikat yung PM Institute, mga PMP courses, BMBOK. So meron pala meron mga ganong certification. Depende do sa role na. Pag Scrum Master ka naman, mga PSM, Professional Scrum Master from scrum.org. I'm not parang advocating for certificate, pero I think
It helps.
it helps then for you to know the different sides of yung different practices then in the industry. Ano ba yung tinuturo by the book, ano yung matututunan mo na by experience. And with that, we would like to thank our sponsor.
Yes, please visit our website at tutorialstudio.com. We provide free courses for AWS and, of course, premium resources for certification exams for AWS, Azure, Kubernetes, and GCP.
And we're back.
Siguro tapos na tayo dun sa mga preparation part eh. Ngayon, paano na during interview? How can you be how parang paano nyo sasagutin or like do you have tips no sa mga parang technical interviews lalo na pag panel or like mga take home exam?
ayun. So, interviewing is a different skill in itself, aside from engineering. So, it's a skill na dapat mo praktisan, dapat mo ma-learn kung paano gawin properly. So, ang ginagawa usually dyan is do mock interviews. Have a friend, ask them to, okay, itong question na to, don't go easy on me. Ganon. And try to answer it the best you can. Kasi as long as you repeat it, parang na-develop na yung pattern sa brain mo na ito yung tamang answer. Ganito ako. This is the best way how I would convey myself, I would introduce myself, how I would answer this question. Tapos isang technique pang parang na-learn ko sa ibang tao, kahit employed ka na, still do job interviews para lang mag-practice. Like at least every 6 months, ganun. Para lang matagal yung pagka-rusty sa interview processing skills.
Okay, yeah. Siguro to add on that, siguro dun sa mock interviews. Kasi like before AI parang era, 'di ba? Like commonly pag mock interviews, record mo sarili mo or like you get other person. No? Pero siguro I think we can leverage na yung mga ngayon like may Gemini Live na like it's free, right? So siguro you could like leverage na rin yung AI to parang to prepare for your interviews, no? Like parang give persona to the AI, then the AI will ask you so that you could have like this sample conversation. Hindi lang yung parang you're just like kasi yeah, maganda yun, like parang having job interview, parang time to time getting job interview, pero at the same time then hindi lahat like it's a luxury din minsan makakuha ng job interview. So if you don't have that, lalo na if parang starting ka pa lang din, it will help talaga yung leveraging AI rin right now for those job seeker. That's what I think.
I think agree rin ako dun. Siguro prior to AI, normally I'd look for sa mga when you research online, di ba, mga top interview questions, ganyan. Meron pang, I remember reading a book pa about interview, how to answer interview questions. Pero I think now you could leverage AI. And ako, yung favorite consultant ko talaga si ChatGPT, yung voice mode niya. And yun, parang, hey ChatGPT, can you practice me for an interview for this role in Tagalog or in Taglish? Kaya niya kahit Bisaya pa kaya niya yung
Kaya.
Tapos ask me siguro more junior questions lang muna. So pwede mo ring iset yung context with ChatGPT kung anong scenario ba yung gusto mong or type of questions yung gusto mong itanong niya sa'yo. So sobrang helpful niya yung voice mode niya. Hindi ko na sure kung available ba siya for free. Pero sa premium kasi yun yung kadalasan na ginagamit ko. And very very helpful siya.
Siguro let us go back, like siguro ito quick question lang. Does LeetCode, HackerRank or yung mga coding parang website helps you to be prepared ba, or it's just like parang facade lang and it doesn't help talaga? What's your thoughts on that?
I think as an employer, parang back in the day we used to have LeetCode exams. Na yun talaga yung parang first filtering layer namin sa technical screening namin. Pumasa ka ba sa saka ka lang namin interviewin. Pero nowadays, parang we stop, I think 3 to 4 years ago, we stopped doing it. Parang we're more focused ngayon dun sa actual experience mo. Ano ba yung na-contribute mo sa isang project. We still ask yung mga parang difficult question, like ano yung pinaka-complex problem na sinolve mo. Then normally, that would involve like optimization, na kailangan mong gumamit ng kakaibang mga algorithm. Pero we ask it in parang a real-world application na. But yeah, I still see a lot of companies naman na na parang nagpapaano pa rin sila, mga LeetCode exam pa rin. And yeah, I think parang meron lang siyang pros and cons din.
Yeah,
How about
same
you
naman
guys?
din. Sa amin din, ako nag-hire out ng people din for the team. Yun nga, parang less na din on yung mga algorithm questions. Kasi, small lang din naman yung team. Pero siguro depende na yun, no? For bigger companies talaga na you have to filter them out kasi masyadong madami.
Yeah.
Pero parang, yun nga, hindi siya reflection of how good or bad of a programmer you are. I mean, maybe we're sobrang good siguro, pero parang, di ba? I mean, kahit na gano'ng kagaling sa algorithm, pero pagdating sa real world, alam mo yun, ibang skills din.
Ibang skill siya.
Yeah.
Di ba? Hindi siya reflection and it's gonna help pero dapat hindi lang yun yung pine-prepare. Kasi iba
Yeah.
parang ibang programmer, basta magaling ako mag-lead code, di na okay na. Pero when they get the job, ay, ang hirap pala kasama nung. Diba?
Pala.
Di pala marunong mag-deploy or something. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through interviews like parang job hunts din recently. And then ang napapansin ko, it's more on like a good 10 to 20% lang nag-lead code and more on take-home practice exams. So I think that's a more effective way to measure gaano ba ka-proficient siya sa technology na yan. Even if hindi siya ganun ka-proficient, at least parang doon sa step na yun, on board na siya sa tech stack na yun. If ever man na siya yung napili. It's a good way.
actually, yun nga, yung parang ngayon, no, more on portfolios naman na din talaga.
Yeah.
Yung mga GitHub portfolios.
Yeah.
Kasi yung kunyari algorithm question, it's just a part of the picture eh. Pero pag nakita ka ng portfolio, paano sila, gano'n sila kalinis o kadumi mag-code. Ay, ang ano pala to, hindi pala nagko-comment to. So parang, kasi yun yung,
Single letter variable.
yung magiging output
Yeah.
nila eh. So I think, if you're planning to look for, just have it prepared.
Pero meron pa rin ako nakita mga coding exam na ayun, hindi na siya lead code eh. More real world na rin siya. Parang features na rin siya na kailangan. Tapos the way they check if pasado ka ba is meron silang mga unit mga test na kailangan mo pass.
May ganun.
Sobrang ganda nun kasi parang okay.
Mas realistic.
Parang pinapractice ka nila, mas realistic siya. And I think nagagawa siya regardless kung backend API ba yung yung problem or meron din front end UI mismo nagagawa nila eh. And I think mas siya, parang I think mas relevant siya nowadays. Yeah, compare sa purely lead code lang talaga.
Yeah.
How about kayo mahilig kayo sa networking dito kayo eh. How do you think networking plays naman pagdating sa pagja-job hunt? Yeah. I mean networking na sa mga events Oo.
Ako makahanap ka ng mentor for one na pwede mong tanungan na kumbaga, yun nga, naghahanap ka ng work baka may opening sila. Or pangalawa, diba, ano ba yung hinanap ng market? Kasi minsan parang laser focus ka on a certain career. Tapos yun pala, yung mga karamihan sa colleagues mo, iba na yung tina-target. So it can help you laser focus it. Tapos minsan naman, alam mo yung parang yung pag-college, nagtatanungan ng sagot. Diba, you can get tips. Like, ano ba usual tinatanong pag-interview, ganyan. And then how they answered. Paano mo, tinanong ka sa ganito, anong sinagot mo? Yeah.
Yeah, sa case ko naman, I think one of the benefits sa pagkuha ng network is that maka-ask ka ng referral. Yeah, one of the techniques na ginagawa ko dati is that I search to the company, I look into the employees, I DM an employee and ask for a referral. And then through that, parang I get to skip certain steps, application process, gamit yung referral na yun. It's something that can be considered by some. Yeah.
I think sa akin, marami na kasi ako na-hire sa mga nakikilala ko sa sa tech community. Normally, kadalasan yan, they were looking for internship, tapos, they'll approach me on LinkedIn or Facebook Messenger. Then, yun pala, na-meet ko sila in one of the events that I've attended. So, medyo, siya, parang napa-fast track actually yung process nila. Kasi normally pag na-meet ko na sa event tapos minsan pa-follow up ako. Pa-follow up ako sa Messenger na, uy, sir, kamusta na po yung application ko? Tapos, okay. Natabunan na pala sa email ng HR. Tapos ibabump ko. So I think it helps to be proactive parang taking charge na kasi ngayon if you're just applying blind, hindi mo alam ang nangyayari behind the scene. But if you know someone from the company to actually ask for update and maybe help you bump. It's not like special treatment naman eh. More like you're just following up eh. So, I think it helps. Yung And I think marami rin ako event na marami rin ako nakilala na last time parang na-meet ko sila, di ba? Magkakaiba pa yung company nila. The next time, na-meet, same company na kayo. Nagka-recruitan na pala sila. So, yeah.
Siguro rin sa akin, more on like, networking. I mean, tech event na. Pero siguro, if you're not actively looking right now, diba? How can still parang you leverage yung networking events, no? So siguro sa akin, always stand out. Kasi minsan, like, people just go to tech events, talk, but they don't usually put like parang mark na if ever na you need like parang someone need a parang good developer and it's you, right? You need to put a mark on there. So most of the time sa LinkedIn ay hindi lang connect. Most of the time siguro hindi alam ng mga people na merong add a note doon sa dulo
Yeah.
sa
Yes.
may send a note doon sa LinkedIn. So most of the time I put a send a note. Hey we meet here, or hey we meet in this event. I'm blah 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 blah. Let us connect, and if ever in the future let us have some discussion again. And siguro to have follow up.
Parang
And-
ginawa mo sa akin yun.
yeah. Pero ano yan, sa iba, getting venue muna. Pero siguro, with all of the things that we've talked about, and nagawa na nila lahat yun, pero they're getting like rejected more and more pa rin. What parang parting tips nyo for them, how they could actually parang get a job even there's a lot of rejections here in market? And I think like right now, sobrang dami.
I think sa akin, lang siya. Yun, parang never give up. Parang si Naruto lang. Yeah, I think, siya ganun talaga yung market eh. And I've known people na parang naka 100 interview na sila bago sila nakaland ng job. So, yeah, siguro, hindi ka naman siguro aabot ng 100. Yeah, baka 20, 30, na yan. May chance na yan. Yeah. Pero yun, continuously upskill yourself lang while you're doing the interview, Ren. Kasi, normally, few interviews mo, utal-utal ka pa sumagot dyan eh. Oh. Pero sa next interview mo, same na tanong lang to ha.
Alam mo.
Straight na, alam mo na, di ba? Then yan, you can always research naman if meron ka mga hindi nasagot na na tanong. Parang treat it as if you're practicing din. Yeah, parang wag ka ma-frustrate na parang kunyari 10 jobs na reject ka, 20 jobs na reject ka. Kasi ganun talaga yung market right now eh. Oh, parang people are really looking for standout talent, and normally that's the time na during interviews mo talaga mapakita. Yeah. How about you guys?
For me naman, same lang din kay Sir Viggs na never give up. Oo. Just keep improving, keep updating your LinkedIn profile, keep improving your resume. Kasi the current situation here right now is that before your resume lands to an actual human person, it goes through a search engine essentially, an ATS. So you have to optimize the keywords ng resume mo, keep improving that to get that perfect match for your next role.
Ako naman, ang ko dyan is, it's their loss, not mine.
Wow.
Diba?
Grabe.
Hindi, diba? Parang, diba? Ako naman, yun nga, yun din, just keep on trying lang. Ako, parang, sa current work ko, ang ginawa ko kasi, nag-spam lang ako sa LinkedIn. Alam mo, easy apply.
Yeah.
Nag-send lang ako, easy apply, ganyan. Hindi ko na titignan, basta easy apply na lang ako. Tapos, out of nowhere, kinontak nila ako. And then, they're one of the best companies that I've been to. Ganun na talaga, kaya minsan hindi ka napupunta on a certain company kasi for God saves you for something. For something better.
Yeah.
That's why.
Siguro, yeah, I think we're all in the same page lang. Learn from mistake. That's what I can say. And I think if parang always ask people lang then, like parang siguro one thing lang, to learn from mistake, ask from interviewer ano yung parang points of improvement. Kasi I think most of the time if na-reject ka na, you just burn like parang okay, sorry. Hindi ko nakakausapin, pero one thing is to ask for like what to improve. Like don't make parang parang opportunity to ask, no, like hindi doon natatapos yung rejection, hindi lang natatapos sa rejection. You need parang you ask what you can improve para ma-apply mo din, and malay mo when you improve that tas nag-apply ka ulit sa kanila, nakita nila nag-improve ka, they will get you from your second try of application. And
Actually, ganyan yung sinabi ko, parang the loss. Pero yun nga, wag ka din magalit sa kanila totally. Siguro nagkataon lang na may on a certain project may mas fit for that.
Yeah.
Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na ano no.
Mas
So parang
magaling sa'yo.
hindi, di ba? Kasi ganun din eh. Kahit sa, yun nga, sa showbiz, di ba? Pag ano na, ba't hindi nakuha si ganito for this role? Kasi hindi lang siya perfect for that perfect timing. Ganun.
Yeah.
So, try lang. Maybe in the future.